All right, here we go for part three. I almost promised to keep this short and sweet, folks. Nice little example. It's pretty tough. Determine the equation of the tangents to the curve that passed through that point. Now, before we get going on this, I'm going to draw a little sketch just to see if we can figure, because it says tangent and then with the bracket S, to maybe this has got more than one tangent, more than one solution. So what's this graph? This is basic parabola moved up to. Looks something like that, right? Like that. -1, -6 is down here. -1, -6 is maybe way down here somewhere. Let's say -1, -6. And then we want to find the tangents to this bad boy. It looks like, I think it looks like there might be two, right? There's going to be one over this way, right? If I adjust this a little bit, it's going to look something like, maybe like that, eh? No, I don't want to adjust that. I want to adjust this. There we go. But, looky, there might be one over here somewhere too, right? And even though my graph kind of gets cut off, this is going to keep going up here like this, right? And at some spot over here, I might get another tangent, right? And so I should be on the lookout for maybe two solutions. How are we going to do this? Well, determine the equation of the tangents to the curve that passed through this point. So we got this point. We don't know this point, and that's big trouble, right? We don't know that point. What are we going to need to do? It's calculus class. We're going to take the derivative, but why? Remember what the derivative gives us. The derivative, which is easy here, is 2x. What does that give us? Remember, that gives us the slope at any point x, the slope of the tangent. So the slope of this line, the slope of that line, is this equation. Now, say, well, I don't know what x is. That's true. If we knew what x was, we'd be just about done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this A. And then the y-coordinate is, well, it's whatever I put in when this is A. This is going to be A and A squared plus 2. Where'd you get that, Rest? Oh, I just put in A for that, right? If it was 4, I'd put in 4. If it was 7, I'd put in 7. But I don't know. Well, why'd you do that? What's going on? Well, then I know the slope of this line. The slope of this line is 2A, right? Because if this is the point A, this line here has slope 2 times A. Okay, well, that's great, but how does that help? Well, notice, good old grade 9 style, the old rise and run. What's the slope of this line? Well, I've got 2 points. So the slope of this line is 2A, but the slope is also, y2, good old grade 9 stuff, is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Collect some like terms up here, a plus 2. And so these two expressions are equal. This thing has to be equal to this thing. And look what we got. Quadratic rational equation. Actually, a can't be -2. We see that. A can't be -2. Why would that be? Oh, because then the bottom here would be 0. I hope I haven't made an arithmetic error, have I? No, it looks okay. And then I multiply, I get 2a squared plus 4a equals a squared plus 8. Now it's a quadratic equation. Plus 4a minus 8 equals 0. Factoroonie. Oh, does it factor? Did I goof something up? Did I make an error? Let me check my notes here. Where's my notes? Yes, I did goof something up. What did I do? Oh, why didn't you say something? Usually a minus -1 is +1. Why didn't somebody stop me? before I made that huge error. Okay, so that gets multiplied up there. That's a 2. And then factorooning works. Plus 4. And back to the normal color because I've stopped embarrassing myself. A minus 2. So I got A equals minus 4. And that means, by the way, A can't be negative 1, which makes sense because if A was minus 1, then I'd have a vertical tangent and the derivative wouldn't exist, right? It would be straight up and down. Wouldn't work. A equals 2. So then now all I'd have to do, and I'm gonna skip this, by the way. Now sub in to the points, etc. Y equals mx plus b, and you're going to get these two equations. You know, y equals negative 8 x minus 14, and you're going to get y equals 4x minus 2. All right, that's it. Long lesson, but important one. Now get at your homework.